The victims of big oil's accidents rarely come from the higher rungs of the economic ladder. Pipelines don't run through the front yards of mansions. Keystone XL is no exception. From poor First Nations communities in Canada to poor minority neighborhoods in Texas, Chicago, Detroit, low-income people will be bearing the brunt.
First Nations tribes in northern Alberta have relied on the Athabasca River for centuries. Its fish and wildlife sustaining generations of Cree, Chipewyan, and other Aboriginal peoples. Today, instead of giving life, the river is bringing death.
I'm a good person. What did I deserve to get cancer at 17 years old? What did I deserve to have some lady tell me, you can't have kids?
There are so many of our people dying of cancers that are so rare, according to our doctor.
High concentrations of mercury, heavy metals, and other toxins are present downriver from the tar sands, while wildlife show dangerous levels of contaminants and fish are plagued with deformities and mutations. At the receiving end of the proposed pipeline, the impoverished community of Port Arthur, Texas, deals with decades' worth of toxins from the refineries that ring the city.
Too many of our residents here suffer from cancer. Too many of our kids are dealing with respiratory problems. 1 out of every 5 households have a child or someone in it that has to use a nebulizer or take breathing treatments before they go to bed at night, and for the kids or before they go to school. And it's not right.
Residents of Port Arthur live with the knowledge that their community is constantly being poisoned. The government allows refineries to dump a certain amount of pollution into the air, but those limits are routinely violated, visible in the black plumes that hang over the neighborhood like a shroud. Those who can afford to move have gone, leaving only those too poor to go anywhere else.
A lot of the families that are here, they can't really afford to move away. Living next to these industries, this is why the rent is so cheap. This is why a lot of people live here, because they can't afford to go anywhere else.
Like Port Arthur, Detroit is a city in crisis, facing municipal bankruptcy and massive unemployment. Oil refineries used its impoverished waterfront to dump their petroleum coke, a dangerous byproduct of tar sands production, too dirty to burn in the U.S., but used as a cheap coal substitute in developing countries. In 2013, a 4-story mountain of it sat uncovered alongside the Detroit River, bordering Ontario, Canada.
Is that the pet coke? No, are you kidding me? What, breathe it?
Our Windsor neighbors, some folks started calling me and they were asking me, what's those black piles? I said, what black piles? And at that time, those piles were about, I would say, 15 feet tall. We confirmed that the petroleum coke was on the sidewalk where the bus stops are, that they were on people's window sills that lived nearby.
State Representative Rashida Tlaib's constituents waged a relentless fight against the pet coke piles until eventually the state ordered them removed. The piles are now appearing on the lake shore near Chicago, where the billionaire Koch brothers are storing it for export to countries too poor to enforce environmental regulations.
This stuff just seemed to begin appearing almost overnight without warning. Suddenly, with the new operations at BP, we're starting to get the tar sands. A lot of concern about it because it seems to be dustier. We're getting more dust issues now, particularly when there's big wind.
For activists in these underserved communities, the victories are rare, but well worth the struggle because so much is at stake.
We are being disproportionately bombarded with these industries in our area, and also we've been disproportionately impacted by the product that they produce. And it's not fair. This is a serious civil rights violation because what they're doing is basically genocide upon a people.